what a light show I drove into on the way home. So, oh man, you can't see all the way around. Like, oh my gosh, I don't even see it over there too. Just beautiful. And as I pulled over and parked the car, like, oh my gosh, I gotta stop. So, I don't know if I'm gonna share this and post this, but I might. And you know, what is this symbolic of, right? So definitely an opportunity to really see ourself in the reflection of creation, and including weather. It's the energy that it's giving off. So I just got done with channeling, connecting with nature to channel the wisdom that nature speaks. Learned a lot through that process tonight. But I didn't press record because my phone was almost dead, so I was like, oh, well, I'll charge it, and then I kept turning off the car. I can't charge unless there's anyway, so nonetheless, I am now recording, watching this light show. Maybe that's like how cool it was. I'm like, it's not just any, lightning show. This is really awesome. It's all over, around, like, so how is that symbolic in your life? Is there a lightning show going on in your life? And how is that appearing? What energy does lightning carry? Shines, it brightens things suddenly. Very electric, highly electric light. Shining a light, lighting up the sky, right? So, can you see what needs to be lit up in your life to get clarity on? Like, hopefully can I capture some over there yet? Like this. I mean, it's probably best I just keep it right here because there's some, yeah, look at that, to the left, right? Just beautiful. But as you seek and look within, how what is being reflected back to you is something that you can learn from and grow from. Coming up with the answers for yourself and what lightning could mean to you in representation of what energy is surrounding you now that could benefit from the energy of lightning. Do you need to zap someone out of your life? Or is there a lot of things that were hidden that are now being revealed? Because depending on, again, our experience right now is that this is a beautiful lightning show, lightning all the way around us, consistent in our awareness. Right before I pressed record, I saw a beautiful lightning bolt shoot across the sky. It was so awesome. I'm like, I gotta record this. I didn't anticipate, driving home to this. I did start to see lightning where I was before, but I'm like, okay, well, I can move and head home, and, I've done a lot of channeling thus far tonight. Again, just describing what channeling is for me, especially being able to connect with the life that surrounds me. expressed through nature. And the abundance of the life that is expressed through nature is creation's purest form. An expression of truth. So, a lot of the messages that have been really prominent the past couple days, past couple nights, and days and nights, it's exactly how I'm able to connect to the, it's really just connecting to nature. It's like how I'm able to connect, to allow myself to be an open receiver of the wisdom that nature wants to speak. And it's been really been made clear in the last couple days to me of how I'm able to do that. I've been practicing it for a while. I have a spot where I connect directly with nature to cleanse, purify, energize. And how I preferred to spend time with nature than people sometimes. Okay, so deeper levels of that, right? What does that mean, people? Well, again, nature will never lie to you, and nature will never betray you. Nature will never let you down. Nature is always supporting you, caring for you, supporting your life, right? So, what really wanted to be spoken of a lot this weekend was specifically in reference to how nature can be used as a resource to see more of the beauty in you, more of the abundance in you, more of the limitlessness in you, more of the gloriousness in you. And what does it mean to be responsible with you being able to enjoy feeling supported? Again, that connectivity to nature. Nature is wholeheartedly supporting your life. So it's like the biggest expression of support for you. Nature will never judge you. So, seeing how nature can be expressed through you, by you connecting to nature, you'll see the similarities revealed to you. But back to the ever-prominent lightning that we are seeing. And I don't know how long this will continue. But it is beautiful. I wish I could capture again over here, miss it a little bit here, over there. It's beautiful over there too. But what does that mean for you? What when you think of lightning and the energy it displays, what in your life could be representative of that same energy? And or could you use that energy and harness it to help you see something you're not seeing, or manage something that once felt impossible to manage, right? Can the lightning light up something within you to help you see clearly, move clearly, act clearly, speak clearly? How can the lightning light up something within you that you never knew existed within you? use your outer environment to reveal more about you in a way that most commonly we don't choose to do. And that is a gift that we have access to, is leaning on the support that Mother Earth is offering to us 24/7. Like learning what it means to lean on the energy of Earth to help us in a great way, a monumental way. You know, and I was speaking before about how Earth is the expression of the Mother. And with Mother's Day now 6 days behind us, that energy still continues in the expression of the planet that is applying the energy we need to live. And what do mothers do? They help in a nurturing way. So allowing that free energy that is available to you to really benefit you in a lot of different ways. Especially receiving the wisdom, because nature speaks, you know, like nature speaks truth to you, nature speaks wisdom to you. And having questions about things that are difficult in life, you can sit down in nature without your phone, or put your phone down, whatever, and directly connect and clear. Like nature can help you clear your thoughts, even to drop all the burdens of the thoughts that might be going on in your mind. If you have something that's difficult to manage or deal with in life right now, especially, drop it. Like you can recycle that just to stay clear enough to focus on nature enough just to receive some guidance. Because nature is helping cleanse you to be an open channel to be able to receive that wisdom. Mentioning, and it's always worth mentioning, the Schumann resonance. The Schumann resonance is a higher hertz, a higher output of energy than yours. So this energy of life that we live on can cleanse us if we know how. So don't be afraid. Of what it is that you may find within you when you start seeking more of how you can be ever expansive in your expression. Those that are ready to be open to seeing more of themselves, the ones that remain curiously open to revealing to self more of self in a non-judgmental way through the eyes of nature, which is always in a state of allowance, allowing yourself to be the expression of the state of allowance. Allow it to be open, not closed off, not in a state of resistance. So help yourself be open to receiving what will best serve you through your mere focus on nature. Now, that's just one avenue, that's just one way, that's just one opportunity to receive that wisdom that you may seek. Many resources are available to you to help reveal to you more of you. including those that might be challenging you at this time. If you have people in your life that are challenging you, they are there helping you see more of you. If there's challenging situations, it's there to help you see more of you. And right before pressing record, I was talking about how we can use our traumas in life to discover the gifts that we have laying dormant within us until we seek them. We don't really seek the gift. We seek how we are the gift. And the gift will appear. You understand that the reason why you're experiencing things in this now moment, you understand that there's a connection to that based on something that you need to learn about you. Don't judge the experience because you're missing the opportunity to see clearly on what lesson can help you the most. You wouldn't be seeing it in your reality or experiencing it in your reality if it wasn't there to help you the most. So if you have challenging people in your life, how can that benefit you the most? What is it that you're not seeing within you that needs to be cleared? So that way you no longer see it as a challenge anymore. The situation doesn't change, you change. You understand that everything is merely just helping you. Take away the victimization of it. Take away the judgment of it. And it'll be more clear to you how you can step into a higher expression of you because of that challenge. And you'll reveal to yourself a gift that you never knew you had. The ability to heal traumas that generated that experience in the first place, because when you go back to the source that issue is linked to, which is a trauma, it wouldn't be a hardship, and this is reflecting back to you more of how that is triggering that trauma within you. There's a trauma connected to that hardship that you had already in life. But it just so happens to be that you didn't discover your gift of being able to heal that trauma. You now discover it later because now you're seeing the pattern that you're experiencing in situations, different people, environments, and things that are wounding that original trauma over and over and over again. What decisions are you making that are based off of keeping you safe from re-wounding an original trauma? Usually related to some level of abandonment. If there are people in your life that are not uplifting your spirit and you continue to choose to engage with them, do you not understand that that's directly linked to a trauma? Now let's look at it. Let's not judge the trauma. We must have a gift in healing abandonment wounds, otherwise we would not have experienced it. So discovering that gift in you can be found by connecting to nature, and nature sharing its wisdom to you about what you may not be seeing within you. And then I was also mentioning about what it means to be responsible with our Electromagnetic field. What does it mean to be responsible over our energy? What does that mean? What does that look like? That means we're taking complete accountability for every experience we've had in our life, because it was meant to be experienced to serve a purpose, to help us grow in some way, whether good or bad. We have a tendency to be weighed down by the bad, right? Rightfully so, energetically so. So how do we release that baggage? How do we release that? Well, we be honest with ourselves. Brutally honest. And why we're seeing painful experiences in our reality. If you're experiencing some level of hardship in any way, it could be the smallest thing, and you know how you can manage it. Or it could be really major. But if it's major, then there's probably a major trauma that you experienced that is now about to trigger that situation, or it is triggering. We learn about ourselves through how we get triggered. Through others. Through other people. Through situations, experiences. Do we get triggered? If we do, that is our automatic response system to something that is been programmed to feel that pain, that hurt, that triggering because of a trauma that we experienced. And we are meant to clear that so that we don't have that automatic response system anymore. We now can respond to hardships in a brand new way, challenging people in a brand new way, freeing ourselves from the burden of the pains that other people carry and project onto you, not knowing they're doing it. The levels of codependency that people display are on varying levels. How do they need you in their life? Are they respecting you and honoring you in a way that is uplifting you? And if not, why are you choosing for them to be there? There's something for you to learn more about yourself. And I was talking about before how we can just simply wholeheartedly let go of toxic dynamics, because now we've healed the original trauma that created that desire to want to keep that in place because you feared something, right? You feared that the abandonment wound would open up again, so you don't feel worthy of love because of the abandonment, and then you just continue to surround yourself around people who reaffirm that to you, that you don't feel worthy of love. They're not respecting you, honoring you, uplifting you in some way, even in the most minor way. Like it could be minuscule, but if it is, then that's a reflection of you, of how you don't love yourself. And the only way that you can shift that dynamic is by bringing your awareness to it, and then communicating that with the person that is helping you understand this. 2332, as I said that. If that other person is triggering you, it's just helping you. If they're triggering you in some way, when you think of them, you don't have 100% uplifting thoughts, or it's difficult to find uplifting thoughts when you think of them. You know? Like, what are people showing you more about you? How are they showing you more about how you feel about you? You now have this level of confidence that starts to build within you to feel safe within your own energy. You're not dependent upon other people's energy, acceptance, approval, or support. You now can provide all of that support, that love, that respect to yourself. You need not have affirmation somewhere outside of you to do so, because you know what it means to be responsible now of your own energetic field. You take complete responsibility with how you respond to anything and everything outside of you. No longer do you leave it up to other people to determine how you're going to feel, or to other things outside of you to determine how you're going to feel. You are now empowered with claiming your energy, saying, no, I love myself too much to not pay attention to me, because I know I am the only one that's responsible over how I feel. It's nobody else's responsibility over how I feel. And it's entirely up to me to allow them to continue to be in my life on whatever level that they're on now that may need to adjust. And you're not responsible for them and how they're going to take your new expression of loving yourself. Because if there's a major shift in you that is now seeing clearly that it's all about the energy anyway, it's nothing personal. They were there to help you see more of you, and they revealed that to you. You put your awareness on it, you communicated this with them. Whether they understand it, respect it, is not up to you. They will take it whatever which way they need to take it. And if they're going to take it in a way that they are thinking only of themselves, they're being selfish with the energy. And either then saying, well, I blame you now for because I'm going to be placed in this position because of what you're doing. They're trying to throw their burdens onto you of how they're responding to it. That's not your burden to carry. And that is you being responsible for you, because you care about how you feel. You care about them too. How you feel about them doesn't change. It doesn't need to. You can still love and respect them just the way that they are, but now you free yourself from how they're going to respond to you. You no longer have that codependent response from them. You are now dependent on you. You now build a safety net of security within yourself that you never thought you could before. You're now stepping more into emotional mastery because you're being more self-aware of how everything around you is there to help you. Not burden you, but help you. Now, it may come in the form of a burden. Then you have to ask yourself why. Take it to nature. It's just one way. To help you get the clarity that you need. And that clarity is understanding you more. Releasing judgment of self, releasing judgment of others, forgiving yourself, forgiving others. Understanding that it isn't anything personal. It's just energy. The pain that you carry from your hardships is an energetic expression within you. Unless you healed it, you're not able to fully release it. You can cover it up with a blanket by logically interpreting it in a way that buries it. But it doesn't mean it goes away. You will know by the experiences you're having in your life whether or not you've healed it. And abandonment is a big one. It doesn't have to mean that some parent was absent. No, abandonment can come in the expression of love. If there was absence, love in any way, as a child, in your innocence, then your consciousness has logged that as something painful with that missing. And so you protect yourself in the future of having to feel that pain again. 30-30. How are you protecting yourself? Or trying to? Or how are you showing yourself that the love that was absent when you needed it the most is now playing out over and over and over in your life and re-wounding you in that same trauma over and over and over? Everything is there to help us learn more about us. And we have come here to learn lessons, soul growth lessons, through the pains and traumas we experience. And be brave enough to discover the gift that you have to heal that pain. And everybody has unique gifts in reference to how they can heal themselves. That can be revealed to you through connecting to nature. That's one way. Again, it keeps wanting to be repeated. And likely you are here to clear the karmic debts of your ancestors not being able to put their awareness on it when they walked the planet. That it starts with you to clear that pain and trauma out of which your ancestors have felt. Now, of course, you can see ancestors so many ways. So, bloodline ancestors, your soul tribe ancestors. There's so many ways, but those that didn't know that they had a gift in healing pain, but you were brave enough to discover it within you. And now you heal those pains through you for your ancestors. And what a gift that is. For you to discover that could be what you came here to do, is to remember that within you. To then be the brave soul that steps into the awareness of healing pain. For the betterment of self, for the betterment of all. We all walk around with some level of pain that we're either conscious of or unconscious of, or both, the known and unknown, the buried stuff that we kept buried because it was too scary to reveal. Layers upon layers upon layers sometimes for some of us. And some of us were like, hey, I lived a really good life. I don't really think I have any pains. And I've talked about this before, but we all have them, even on the most minutest level. If you get triggered or upset by something or someone, there is a pain in there. That's the answer. That's how you reveal the truth to yourself. It's through how we respond to our environment. And what people are actively playing a role in our life. And why they're there. They're there to help you, but how? I just am like mind blown that this light show is still going. Like, I had no intention of creating a longer video because I thought, oh, okay, it'll pass over. Like, no, it's still going. It's still super cool. But I mean, I don't know if you can see all of it because, again, my camera is limited in being able to capture it all. And so a lot of what I had just said is really a lot of what has been spoken the past couple of days to assist me on my journey. A lot of wisdom. Information that can substantially shift us into higher awarenesses of self if we allow ourselves the door open enough to see it. We have to be open to expanding and seeing ourselves in broader ways. And it's by releasing judgment. And we can start by releasing judgment of others, and then we can see the connection, and really it was a judgment of self that we projected onto others. But the more you're willing to be brave to be honest with yourself to say that, the more you feel comfort within yourself to be able to not fear visiting those areas that we bury. That we don't want to see in ourselves and take accountability for ourselves. And the other thing that wanted to come through was really seeing how easier it gets to release carrying the burdens of other people's expectations. You now have shifted into taking accountability for yourself so much to the point that it doesn't matter what others expect of you. It matters what you expect of you. And I've talked many a times about releasing all expectations. Because through that process, you release judgment. But there's layers upon layers upon layers upon layers upon layers of removing expectation and judgment. It all interconnects. There's always layers to everything. So to set the expectation for yourself in a beneficial way, just know it's a never-ending journey of discovering more of the things that you never thought you could see before within you. So don't judge yourself on all of these layers to releasing these things that will help broaden your expansion of self. And I've mentioned this before. Releasing assumptions, expectations, biases, and beliefs that support those. Just release it for a moment, because it doesn't define who you are. All those things, they don't. But we once thought they did. But now when you release them, you see, well, wait, that doesn't define me. Because we're in constant seeking of self. And once we think we've confirmed who we think self is, sometimes you can become real rigid in your opinion of all the things that support the ideas behind why you've contrived this version of self that you've already invested time into. But just for a moment, say, wait a minute, maybe there is more of me that I haven't had a chance to see, because I was in a state of trauma through a lot of difficulties I went through my life. Wait a minute. Maybe I can be more open and honest with myself in a way I didn't think was possible. Is to release all judgments of self. You don't have to think a certain way about a situation because you're going to be looked at as a better person because you think of it that way. No, you have to feel it, live it, breathe it. Don't just think it because of the logical explanation behind it. No. There's more to reveal. There's layers to it. It can help you in monumental ways if you're open to it. And the end result is you're discovering how kind of a big deal you are. You are a big deal because you're breathing. You have life in you, and that life is eternal abundance. It's the expression of eternal abundance. And the more you can reveal to yourself the eternal abundance that you are, you can be more appreciative to all the hardships that you had that allowed you the gift of being able to reveal it to yourself. You have infinite value. And people are not walking around, clearly, they're not walking around with the awareness of knowing their infinite value. Because of the life that they are experiencing is not seen as such. It's seen as hardships, challenges, struggles. And it's hard to value that when you don't know that it was there to help you in a big way. You have that opportunity to choose to believe whatever may be right for you at any point in time. You have that free will, and honoring that free will to choose to do so. And when you get that basic, that simple, look at that light. When you get that basic and that simple, and you just learn to honor the free will of even having the choice to think about it how we want to think about it, it allows you to appreciate and respect how other people think about it. It doesn't have to be the way that you think about it, but you appreciate them for them seeing it in the way that they see it because that's right for them. Now, if they try to push their sight onto you as if you should be expected to believe their truth as your truth, well, then that's where they're not seeing more about them. Because you need not justify or prove anything when it comes to you knowing your own truth. Your truth is your truth, and you have the right to live in that truth. But do not expect others to also do the same. Expect them to be unique in their truth. No matter how skewed it may be, no matter how manipulated it may be, no matter how disempowered it may be, no matter what, it's right for them. Even if it's a lie, it's right for them. They're going to learn something. The lie only means that they don't know how to be honest with self. Everything is always just a reflection of self. It has really nothing to do with you. You get to see that more clearly when you release yourself from caring about how other people either support you or not support you, are there for you or not there for you, are honest with you or not honest with you. You get to love them for their free will to choose however they want to be, and it doesn't affect you. It doesn't determine your state of mind. You do, because you now know that they're only there helping you see more of you through their disempowerment. Through their expression of how they see self, it helps you see more of you. Either they're uplifting you or not. But either way, it's a gift. To see more of you, the beauty of you. I'm like, okay, how far and few in between are these? This lightning, and it's still rocking, right? Like, what else wants to flow through me right now? Because this is a lot of juicy info again. A lot of repeating information, of which that was spoken a lot on these past few nights, right? But definitely I'm I'm feeling so blessed to have the ability to connect with a resource, a free resource, to allow me to open as a channel to share insight that I wasn't aware of until it's spoken. So hence why I always say I learn so much every time I connect to nature, because I'm allowing nature to speak wisdom through me. And I learn. So this is why it's important for me to press record, because when I'm learning, somebody else can learn from it too. My phone just flashed, almost dead, and I'm like, well, I don't even know if I can connect it to charge it, and I guess it looks like I can. So more wants to flow through. Oh goodness, what a blessing it is. And I was really thinking about tonight as the night of which that I'm going to be creating a video that is doing the rare and raw forms of communication of light through me. What is rare and raw forms? I mean, I guess it's not really rare, but it's just more raw than anything. The raw form. And the raw form is me speaking in tongues of which that society is deemed as bad, very bad. You know, the whole swearing thing. Can I hold high frequency vibrational words even through swear words when I connect with nature? Hell yeah. I'm being hell yeah right now innocent in the tongue, because it's beautiful. It's beautiful how I encompass all walks of life through expressing my organic nature and tongue to flow freely, to allow people to see the beauty in them, even if they're swear words, because any swear word I say is always in a high vibrational frequency. It's never in derogatory or negative way. Nope. It's all inclusive of loving everyone equally. The equality is ever present to the vibrational frequency of my voice. The intention behind of which I would utilize swear words is, help emphasize the passion that I have for the love of all walks of life, the love of all sentient life. So I will provide myself opportunity to be able to connect with you in raw form, or not have to hold my tongue for those that judge swear words are naughty. For those that want to judge it that way, okay. I get it. That's why I allow myself to express myself organically on both sides, because I see the truth in both sides. The judgment of which that you have that swear words are bad, and the release of the judgment you have that swear words don't have to be bad. You know? I've now differentiated when, because it's all energy. Like if you're utilizing a swear word to put somebody else down or compare somebody else or belittle them or, shun them or judge them in any way, right? Somebody else, again, or even yourself, it's very clear when swear words are being used in a negative way. But you can definitely use them to supply a very powerful impact to the message you're sharing when you can utilize swear words. Because swear words hold a lot of power. When they're used appropriately, they hold a lot of power both ways, but and you can feel the difference of them when they're used in a way that's empowering you or when they're used in a way that's just empowering you, uplifts you or doesn't uplift you. You can tell. So this is why I feel very, very drawn to be able to talk about everyday life experiences that we go through with the rare and raw tongue. Why is it rare? Because the tongue of which that is expressing itself through what could be deemed as offensive. But to the ears of those that don't take offense to it, but actually get what it means to have that emphasis of the swear word utilized to help drill a message home. They hold power, and if there's a message that wants to be spoken with having resources to that power, and you're using it to uplift other spirits, then it is not offensive. So I really, am excited about those moments that I'm able to show up with you in raw form. I'm always raw. But where the tongue of which that is not going to be perceived by others, of which that accuse of offensiveness through it, right? No offense taken. The only version of us that takes offenses anyway is the ego. That's clearly defined. That the ego is the only aspect of us that takes offense to anything. And the more clear you are of ego, the more open you are to something that could be controversial in its expression, and that is swear words. But I get a kick out of myself, I really do, because how I like to use swear words. It's fun. It's really fun. Again, there's no judgment. The only judgment that ever exists is judgment of you. Spirit doesn't judge you. Your higher self doesn't judge you. Your guides don't judge you. Nature doesn't judge you. The only one that judges you is you. So you can really build an excellent relationship with Spirit, even just shooting the shit with them. On a level that they will uplift your heart by even communicating with swear words. Does Spirit do that? Heck yeah. They're really comical. They're really funny. When you just release that, perception of judgment of anything. You can really, really see how Spirit it's very comical. Because you are closest to your natural essence when you're laughing, when your spirit is uplifted, through something funny. And Spirit can use swear words. If you think swear words are funny, Spirit can use swear words to help uplift you. Do not deny that truth. If you chuckle about it, that's the goal, to uplift your spirit. Now again, those that are able to hear the communication, whether actually hearing words in your ear or just that frequency exchange, there's an energetic frequency exchange that you are now in tune with because you now know your energy so well that you're able to feel the energy that exists all around you. So you become more stable in you being able to read energy. And again, once again, it comes down to you knowing your own energy. And what better way to be able to become extremely familiar with the subtle energy that you produce than by submerging yourself in nature to help reflect that back to you. Because nature is highly intelligent. I talked about that earlier as well. The wisdom that you can learn through nature is infinite. So, the infinite expression that nature is can provide you infinite wisdom. And you really get clearer on knowing your own energy field outside of the influence of others. And you really get to see how you're absorbing the projections of others and how it's not uplifting you. You're crystal clear on knowing your own energy field outside the influence of others. And that's part of it. You're going to see for yourself how you can see more of yourself through those that are around you. Experiences you're having to get there. Because it's all there to help you. Once again, everything's there to help you. But these are ways of which that I have utilized connecting to nature to help me, and I've been practicing it for a long time now. The ability to connect with the energy that is ever cleansing in its expression. And really tap into the indigenous roots of which that my soul remembers. My soul remembers the indigenous roots to creation. And we can tap into that through nature. So, I think I'm going to leave you with that. The beautiful lightning show is now starting to shift again. It just moved, the little storm moved on, and now the light sky is quiet. So hopefully some of the words that I spoke will allow you to find some peace within your heart, because you can release the burdens that you carry. You do have the gift and the power to be able to do so. And if you need guidance on knowing how that is, submerge yourself in nature and really focus on connecting. Look at a tree, but pick one thing. And I like to use the example of a tree. because the arc field of a tree is quite expansive, so are you. Connect your energy field with the tree. Think of that if you can. Envision that if you can. Otherwise, focus on a leaf that the tree produced. Or something, some aspect of the tree that you can just relax your eyes on and try to set an intention to allow maybe just even that one leaf to help absorb whatever is burdening your mind. Allow nature to help cleanse the thoughts that are burdening you. Which makes room for you to receive wisdom, to see more about you, and which reveals then how you can handle the situation. Because once you heal what needs to be healed, it's a lot easier to release. You're not fighting yourself. You're not feeling like you're hurting yourself with the decision you're making. You're knowing it's right for you, whatever that may be. Being responsible for you in a brand new way is the idea. So I love you, you beautiful souls. You beautiful, magnanimous souls. Just remember, I support you. I respect you. I honor you. I appreciate you. And I love the crap out of you. So just know that. Remember that. Namaste.